Yes guys, welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102, the Hall of Fame. So a real quick video on this, it won't take much longer than a few minutes, all being well. So you've all probably seen the Hall of Fame, some people might just fucking ignore it. I'm going to just give you a quick blast on the Hall of Fame and how it works. When you first install the game, your Hall of Fame will look something like, the guy in 15th place here, of Collier, will be top. And second place will be Paul Collier, and you can see they've got an amount of points, 500,000, 490,000, 480,000, all the way down. I think there's a top 50, I think there is. No, I've got that wrong. Yeah, it is a top 50, I'm sure. And basically, you might see, we all know that there's it goes through a mid-season update, an update at the end of the season, mid-June, roughly the 19th, 20th, but you might also see, you get a few updates at the end of December. December the 31st. Now, that's for one of two reasons. One, because that is the end of the season in places like the United States and a couple of others, but more so, it's for this. So at the end of the calendar year, so December the 31st, your points that you've accumulated get rolled into the Hall of Fame. So let's take this game I've got going here. This is my my Tapani 2.19 install, which is my three-man game with Pep and Ian. So there's no solo games on this at all. It's just my network game with Pep and Ian. But what you've got to think to yourself is, if you've installed CM and you've never reinstalled it, you've always had it, your Hall of Fame could be all over the shop because you're going to have had several solo games. So you'll have your name in all over the shop here. But like I said, this particular install is just my network game. So since I reinstalled, now I started this network game in 2013, but you'll see that the lowest date I've got here is 2020. That's because I reinstalled CM on this device. You can actually import Hall of Fame documents if you wish. You can even, I believe, merge all your Hall of Fames, like from different installs, but don't worry about that shit. So basically, when you've had a season, if you've done the perfect season of in the Premier League, 38 out of 38, and you've won the cups, you've done everything unbeaten, you're going to have accumulated an amount of manager points. Now, there is going to be another video of manager points and various other bits of manager stats. But the points that you accumulate will then get rolled in from January to December. So you getting the 38 out of 38 won't necessarily give you an amazing set of points, because obviously from January, that's where your points go. So it's really from the back end. So if you can go from the whole of January, so the end of whichever season, right through to the January the following season, winning all your games, you can kill it. Now let's have a look at these points here. Ian, I say Ian, is a name was initially put as Terry Europe, which I think was an alias. I renamed him and Pep to Ian D, Pep P, and Mike C for our game. But this was before I renamed them, where it says Mikey Chambers, Terry Europe, and anything different for Pep. I don't think Pep's has ever changed actually. So Ian, as you can see there, right, he's actually been the most successful. He's had the most successful calendar year with 636,000 points. Now you can see that he was Man United on that particular calendar year, and he was Spain. So if you win the World Cup in a year, as well as win the title and everything, you've got to hammer your points. I'm intrigued to know, for those of you out there, what's your highest amount of points accumulated on this? I've never seen anything as much as what I'm looking at right there. And Ian obviously has the top two. Well, saying that, he has 3 in the top 4. And as you can see, in 5th there is Pep, Southampton, Brazil, but that was back from December 20. Because the date it brings in is a date that you actually will play in it. So the date, if you were to play a game right now on CM, and you were to get to the end of the December, and it was to update your points that you accumulated, it would say 23rd of September 2022. And our most recent one on this game would be at the end of last season, because we've not turned over the season. I think it's August. I want to say August 2022 somewhere along the line. So let's just look for that. August 2022. There it is, in 46th place. And I obviously got 410,000. I thought Ian got one as well. Oh no, yeah, there you go. Ian did better. 39th place. So Ian did better last month, sorry. But you know, and it's always good to just see how far you've come. But remember, if you've got various different saves on your install, you'll have different games there. You know, it's quite good. Now you're probably looking at all these random names. So that of Collier, was it and Paul Collier, Miles. So when the game starts, as I said, of Collier is top, but you can see that they've all been surpassed by a slot. Of Collier, I believe, was one of the initial creators of CM 0102, and I would imagine all these other people, Paul Collier, I'm guessing a relation, Mark Vaughan, definitely one of the original gang. All these people that don't have a date next to it, as you can see, I'm assuming they're all part of the game somewhere along the line. Now, obviously, if I have a season that I've had a shocking season, like when I took over Chelsea and I was in Division 3, I'd have done a year and I'd have got a shit amount of points, so it probably wouldn't even make it into the top 100 because it's capped at 100. So you've got, as you can see now, it's a bit like a chart, isn't it? You've got to get over 266,000 just to get into the Hall of Fame. In an ideal world, it'd be good to try and get everybody, all these creators, Lisa Try, as you can see, Tim Ward, get them all out, almost, like shuffle them down. Alex Deacon, I don't know who these guys are. Rebecca Ward, I'm guessing that's a relation. I don't know who Marissa is. Probably an American update specialist from the ODB, I'm guessing, because the team they've used is the New York. So, you know, the Hall of Fame, I do like the Hall of Fame. I think it's very underrated. But you can certainly, I mean, particularly on my three-man game, because I can look back and think, look at that, Ian really killed it. And that was only like February this year, so I don't know what season number that would have been. And you can see, it will also tell you your nation as well, as I said. So you can see, let's take Pep down in 20th. Southampton, and that's when he was Germany manager. So that was the 9th of January, so that's over 18 months ago that he got that. So let's have a look now. The first person to surpass 500,000, if we go in date order, September, August, we've got June, April, it'll probably be, it looks like it's going to be Pep. So that would tell me that Pep was the first of us to hit over the 500,000. He was the first person to get the top mark, because he'd have got that, he'd have beaten 500,000 on points. Your points, like I say, are accumulated in various ways. I would imagine even goals conceded could make you score more points. Definitely the international is a huge part of it. So as I said, if you've got any anything to share with us, let us know. I'm intrigued to know people's Hall of Fame. But as it does specify up there, actually, January to December, just to confirm. But you can, if you want, break this down to leagues. Now, if you've got an Argentinian league, I've never even started a game in the Argentinian league, especially on this install. But that's what it looks like. Never even had a look at. Oh look, you can merge. Yeah, I knew you could merge. You could even save as text if you wish. Let's have a look at the Australia. I don't think I've ever done. I think I've done America. I want to say that I've done America. I want to say I've done. No, I've not done it on this install. Of course I haven't. I've never done it. Do you know what? I've never even really looked at some of this. Let's have a look at. So England. England's just going to bring me the same thing, I think. No. Okay. So that's England specific. Okay, that's quite interesting, isn't it? I've never even looked at this. I don't know how they work that out, if I'm honest with you. So I think January to December is everything merged. So that would tell me then, right, so, okay, so I've learned something new there. So this is just England specific, and Ian's the leader of that. Ian's also down there in 8th. Ian's cleaning up. So where's Pep? Is Pep even in here? There he is. Okay. Oh, that's a recent one, isn't it? Ah, see. So Ian's down there in 32nd, because he won the title last season. So yeah, it is quite. Is his top 100 again? Yeah, it's top 100 again. But you see these ones at the bottom here. These are not into the overall January to December because they're just not enough points. And as you can see, that it's my Chelsea. So that'll be when I was first bringing Chelsea up the lower divisions. I've even got a few Spurs in there as well, and a Swansea. Fuck me. So that is a Hall of Fame. I don't even know if I've done many, but I don't think I have, if I'm honest with you. I should really have a look at this on my ODB. I think this would be much better to look at the ODB. I'm pretty sure. I never really thought about that. Yes, fuck with that. So that is that then, guys. If you've got anything to add, share it with us. Until next time, guys, take it easy from me.